What are compounds are? Substances made up of two or more elements are called compounds. The elements are combined in a fixed proportion by mass and they cannot be separated into its component by physical method are called compounds. Compounds are pure substance made up of two or more elements combined in a fixed proportion by mass, cannot be separated into its component by physical method. For example, consider hydrochloric acid HCl combines with sodium hydroxide NaOH forming NaCl and H2O. Here the sodium chloride is a compound formed from hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide by means of neutralization. The properties of sodium chloride is completely different from hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. That is, the properties of compounds are different from the constituents which is combined or mixed up. So, the properties of compound is different from its constituents. And sodium chloride is example of compound, specifically it is ionic compound formed by the formation of ions, the attractive force between the ion, cation and the anion. Here the bond present between sodium and chloride is ionic bond, so called ionic compound. Here compounds possess fixed melting and boiling point and it is a homogeneous substance. For example, water is an example of covalent compound formed by the sharing up of electron between oxygen and hydrogen. It's a homogeneous substance. So H2O is example of the another compound specifically formed by the sharing up of electron called covalent bonding, thereby it is called covalent compounds. To study the properties of compound easily, generally compounds are classified as acids, bases and salt. Acid HCl hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid H2SO4, nitric acid HNO3. Few examples of bases are KOH potassium hydroxide, NaOH sodium hydroxide and CaOH calcium hydroxide. And salt CuSO4, NaCl, K2SO4 potassium sulfate, methane CH4, calcium carbonate CaCO3, H2O, water, CO2 carbon dioxide, Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, glucose are few examples of compounds. Compounds, characteristics of compound. Now we are going to see the general characteristics of compound. Compounds cannot be separated by physical process. The compound separation is possible by chemical process. The properties of compounds are different from the constituents where it is formed. During the formation of compound, energy absorbed or given out in the form of heat and light called the enthalpy of formation of a compound. When a compound is formed by fixed proportion by mass. When the compounds are formed, the constituents from where it is formed, that is fixed proportion by mass. That is, the composition is fixed one. A compound has definite formula. And the last one is a compound has fixed melting and boiling point. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.